Hey Libra, how you doing? Welcome to the Crow Tarot. We're going to be doing your first half of April general reading. We're going to start with some animal energy, of course. And then we're going to go right into the tarot, okay? All right, let's see what's going on from a Libras for the first half of April. Ooh. Okay, so we got the fish here. Woo, woo. Okay, so I don't want to talk about this too long because I really want to get to the tarot, because the fish in particular can mean a lot of different things, which is actually kind of the point of this energy because, you know, the fish in particular, you know, on one hand, it does represent fertility, for sure, just traditionally so, right? There's that old saying of when you dream of fish, pregnancy, you know, for you or someone you know, is at hand. But also the fish for me, you know, this can be when we're in a space of just really going with the flow. And sometimes that can be for the best and really work for us, but other times it can be at our detriment, right? But the fish never rests, right? It has to be in a continual and constant state of movement, really. And just imagine a river and a fish going, you know, upstream or downstream, whatever. I guess downstream would be preferable, down the river, and it's just got to keep going, and it doesn't necessarily take the time to stop and really consider which is the best direction. It's just kind of going with the crowd. Does that make sense? See how this means a lot of different things? So we're going to go right into the tarot here. Yes, we are. From Libras. What's going on from a Libra? It's for the first half of April. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I'm seeing why a water animal came up. We got the King of Cups. Look at that fish over here. Yes, fish. I want to point something out. And I wanted to say this before too. So you see the moon here and then the moon here. You know, we just had that super moon and it fell on the same day as the spring equinox as well. You know, for a lot of people and a lot of different signs, this super moon was intense and transformative. You know, it kind of brought to light things that maybe we had not yet healed. But it also kind of brought to light for others. It was really different when I talked to people about it, for different people, right? But for others, it was like kind of illuminating a clear path forward as well. But the King of Cups, traditionally speaking, is someone who allows their emotions to work for them, right? They've really mastered that balance of, you know what, I'm not going to run from how I feel, especially because I'm talking to my fellow air signs here, right? Sometimes there can be, you know, a tendency as an air sign to really live in the land of the head and the mental and the logic and the intellect, right? Because emotions, it makes sense, right? Because emotions are changeable, right? But our mind, our intellect, not so changeable. I mean, it can be, but not like emotions, okay? You can feel very emotionally different from one day to the next, right? Less so with the mind, right? Given the circumstances, but for the most part. But the King of Cups is really allowing those emotions to work for you, because I love that this came up in the upright. And I just have to say it. You have two water animals here. You might be dealing with a water sign, or at least have, you know, you may be feeling like a water sign right now, post-moon energy, or you could really just have water signs at work in your life, or you could have a lot of water in your chart. But either way. But also, you know, we have the ocean here. I'm going back to the fish. The ocean represents the unknown. Can we have ease in the unknown? Or are we just trying to race ahead to get, you know, to what's next because we don't like living in a place of where things are, you know, crystal clear, right? Okay. Let's see what else is going on from a Libras. What's going on from a Libras? First half of April. Oh, yes, Four of Wands. Okay, this is, you know, big cause for celebration and enjoyment. You know, we do have this water pool here too, a lot of water coming up here. This is also, you know, that twin flame card, 1111, right? Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So they're telling me, you know, even if you're not a twin flame, it doesn't really matter, but for those twin flames watching, this is significant, so I feel the need to speak on it when this beautiful key comes up, right? But this is also about, because think of this like in terms of a twin flame dynamic. It's about masculine and feminine and being in balance with both. The King of Cups is not dissimilar, where he's very in a place of emotional balance, and he's discovered that emotions can work for you and not against you. Right? Like, do you know that saying, like, okay, have you ever been around someone who usually doesn't cry? Right? They're very stoic. And they start crying about something. They're like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I never do this. I never cry. I don't mean to cry. People apologize for crying all the time. You might even be in that boat. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cry on you. And it's like, and listen, legit truth, I do it too. Okay, I'm not just up here on a, pulpit looking down, no, I'm in that boat for sure. I'm an Aquarius, okay? So it's like, oh, I don't know why I'm crying. But you know what? It really feels like your heart chakra is activated here. It really, really does. I'm starting to take this fertility thing a little more literally. You know what I mean? But this is great cause for, like, joy and happiness and abundance. This is really happy and great love. There's no other way to say it. And it really could be, it doesn't have to be, let me just emphasize that, but it really could be with a water sign, or at least someone who has mastery over their emotions. But I think that this is you too. And I think that this moon had a very healing effect on you. Now, whether it felt good in the moment is another story, but it's about how it affected you post-moon phase, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's get to another, God, I love it when the Four of Wands comes out. Okay, what else is going on from the Libras? Oh, jackpot money. I can end this reading. No, look at this. You got King of Pentacles. I'm going to have to take a drink to that. Guys, look at this. Okay. You got King of Cups, Four of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. This is like a royal flush in the in the world of tarot, kind of, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I decree this a royal flush of love. King of Pentacles is a stable, abundant energy. It's just so good. This is a long-lasting situation. This is not like a Knight of Wands where it's going to come in and out and come in quickly and then, exit quickly as well. And this isn't a French scene either. A French scene is where there's two characters on stage and the third person enters. So what I mean by that, there's no third-party energy here either. I normally don't feel the need to say that, but in case some of y'all were wondering. No, you're really dealing with someone that is a true king or queen, or they have you feeling like a king or queen. But, the king here is someone who's just really balanced. This King of Pentacles and the King of Cups, someone who knows how to let their emotions work for them, plus is super abundant and long-lasting and is going to stay around a while. This is perfection as far as I'm concerned. Seriously. Let's get some clarifiers. Let's pump up the jam. Pump it. Pump it up. Okay. Let's get a I can't believe you. King of Cups, Four of Wands, King of Pentacles. Yeah, you could be dealing with an earth sign as well. Fire here too. Okay, let's get a clarifier for the King of Cups. I like that no swords have come out yet. I do. I like it. For us. For you. For air signs. I like it. I like it. The World. To clarify the King of Cups here. So the World is a completion of a cycle. What I feel like this is saying is you're really in a place right now within you. This feels like it's a dual thing. I feel like this is a place within yourself and or someone that's coming into your energy or has, arrived in your energy already, where you're not going to repeat any past patterns. Your karma has been cleared with other people, so you don't have to, relearn any lessons. Isn't that cool? You don't have to relearn lessons. The World card, and I like to say this too, I feel like in this context too, especially with all the water imagery, okay, is the world is your oyster. This person really, and again, I keep getting this feeling that this person you're dealing with or about to deal with is really here for the long term. They may have taken a minute to manifest. It might take a minute if it hasn't manifested, or I'm just hearing that. But good love is worth waiting for. I literally just heard that. It's worth waiting for, especially if you're in a twin flame or divine soulmate or whatever have you dynamic, right? Anyway, okay, let's get a clarifier for the Four of Wands. Yo, God, you can't make this stuff up. Clarifier for the Four of Wands is the Two of Cups. Please and thank you. Soulmate. Soulmate energy here. This is love. So this is love. Yes, it's love. In case any of y'all were wondering, it's love. Two of Cups to clarify the Four of Wands. I mean, I dream. You know what I mean? Like, this is just like perfection. That's why I feel like they were just like, you know, bringing this up again to say it's really worth waiting for. Okay. I'm getting very Cinderella vibes. I don't know why. Cinderella, Cinderella. If you're in a position where you really have had some terrible luck with love before, it's, again, you've already learned those karmic lessons. You're not going to repeat the cycle. This is a different animal here. This is different. This is ordering off menu in a really cool way. I do feel very springtimey vibes with this, but again, I feel like it's split. I feel like some of you have already manifested this person and some of you are moving forward to manifest them. They just pointed something out. This is the Four of Wands and we're going into the 4th month of the year, April. I swear, like they were just like, you better point that out, lady. Okay, anyway. Let's get a clarifier for the King of Pentacles, please and thank you. But this feels like something that's just going to be around a long, long, long while. Okay, do you remember when I talked about the moon and the transformative effect of the moon? Hi, the moon. My God, it's all over your reading. Look, you got the moon with the fish here. Lunar information. I think your dreams could be especially prophetic right now. Okay. And then you've got the moon here. Look at those, like counterpoint energies. I'm completely obsessed. So this represents the unknown, okay? But this is, I also want to point something out because I feel like this is what this is really about, is the moon, right? La Luna, she's a feminine energy. And I feel like this is coming up because you've got two kings here, right? And I feel like what this is saying is we're looking at two counterparts. What can I say? We are looking at two counterparts. And I think that the moon is also coming up here to say, like, I think that things were revealed in the influence, maybe even the shadow phase of that super moon that really brought things to light for you that were previously hidden, okay? Lunar cycle. I keep hearing the lunar cycle. Listen, they're bringing this up to me. I don't know a whole lot about the Chinese, zodiac, but I'm hearing that some of you could have an important connection with, it doesn't have to be romantic in this case, is someone born in the year of the fish, or to deal with that, something about this. They're bringing my attention to this. Is there even a year of the fish in the child? I don't know, but there's something about that. Okay? I think there is a year of the fish. Anyway. So back to the moon and the King of Pentacles. You know, remember when I said you may be coming from a place where you've been a bit unlucky in love, or you've manifested dynamics and lessons that you have to keep relearning over and over? I feel like that's what the moon is saying too. Like, don't look for, issues where there are none. Don't look for monsters in the closet where there are none. Because this is King of Pentacles. And you might get in your own head, right? But again, I'm obsessed that no swords came out. You really might get in your own head or in your feelings and think, is this too good to be true? Is this person going to stay? And this is just coming in to say, like, yeah, this has true staying power. But it's interesting because I feel like the masculine and feminine energies that I'm tapping into here are incredibly balanced. You got two kings and two major arcanas. This is really cool. I just need to take a moment. This is really, really cool. I'm also hearing too to really take the time. This is going to sound really funny and kind of like, well, tell me something I don't know. But I literally just heard, let yourself be happy. Let yourself be happy. Okay? You deserve this. You do. You deserve it, and you've earned it karmically. Does that make sense? You're about to get a karmic repayment on you know, a debt that you've had. It's like you've put in, you know, a lot of work on yourself, and you've really been there for others, and you've been doing the best that you can do. And now you're getting a karmic repayment around that. And I absolutely love that. You know, this king, they keep drawing my attention to like these two. I just keep hearing this. Within the context of this connection that we're talking about, just be open to things working out better and more beautifully than they ever have before with anyone else, or even with this person, if this is someone from the past coming back in for another chance. Because when I tell you that this moon had a transformative effect that illuminated and brought to light things that were masked and unseen before, I am telling you, this one was intense. And it feels like in this context, it's really worked in your favor. Or at least the person that you're dealing with or about to deal with's favor. Does that make sense? Because they are telling me that this, for a few of you, especially, oh, that makes sense. Especially if this is for a twin flame situation for some of you, don't expect them to be the same person they were before. That's it. Still a king, but, you know, this time around has staying power, and I absolutely love that. Okay, let's get an oracle. Let's get an oracle. This is beautiful. Four of Wands clarified by the Two of Cups. Woo. Oh my God, I just heard something really sweet. You know, this last Valentine's Day, anyone who was alone on Valentine's Day or just not like with their ideal partner, I just heard that for some of you, that's going to be the last Valentine's Day that you spend that way. And that you've got a long-lasting standing date for Valentine's Day now. That was really, they literally just told me that. It's like, okay. So some of you might have had like a rough Valentine's for a couple of you. Okay, let's get into, oh, that took 3 seconds. Yeah. Dragonfly emergence. Here's why did I talk to you guys about your dreams? I think I said that. If not, I thought it. You could be really having prophetic dreams right now. That's also something that the moon did for us too, is it heightened our prophetic dream pool. But you know, emergence, dragonflies are about dream time. They really are. They're connecting in with the water aspects of all of us, because even though we are, you know, you're an air sign, it doesn't really even matter if you have water in your chart, because it's like we can still benefit from tapping into that energy, right? But this is emergence, and look at all the springtime vibes here. I really feel like you're going to be feeling like, you know, like a king or a queen. I really feel like that. And I feel like, you know, this person that you're dealing with or you're about to deal with is going to really, by example and through like nurturing, and I feel like it's someone who's going to build you up. That's what I keep feeling. Like someone's going to build you up, which is going to make you feel yourself in a really wonderful way. Like, oh, I'm feeling myself. Like, it's almost as if it takes someone else to point out things about you. Like, oh my God, I really love that freckle on your chin. It's just like the sexiest thing I've ever seen. And then you look at yourself and you're like, oh, I never really like looked at that freckle. I always kind of cover it up with foundation, but ooh, yeah, yes, freckle. And it becomes something lovely and new and amazing because someone else saw it. Someone else that you love saw it. Does that make sense? Anyway, that just came out. So guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful time for you. I'm also hearing, I know this is about April, but they're telling me this. I think that this is going to be a very sexy summer. I do. I think it's going to be a very sexy summer for you. Like wonderful and abundant, okay? All right, my lovely Libras, yay! I so hope that this resonated with you. You know, if it did, please let me know in the comments below. I just love that. And also, if you want a little information around these energies and aspects, I am available for personal readings. All of that information is in the About Me section. And with that being said, my lovely Libras, my fellow air signs, thank you so much for being here. I'm just in a place where I want to express all the gratitude. I want to thank you for even watching this, whether you subscribe to me or not. I really appreciate you being here and watching this. I really love you for it. With that being said, thank you for being you, Libra, and be well. Until next time.